What's going on, people? You already know what it is. It's your boy Owing, YBE TV. Today I got a question from my man Owing. I ain't gonna put him out on Front Street. He asked me, after you started your LLC and you set your business up, did it lower your child support? So I definitely want to get into that. But before we get into that, we definitely got to holler at our sponsor, Blicked Up. Better safe than sorry, but never be sorry for being safe. We back. So my man asking about setting yourself up in child support. Now the thing is that if you already in the system for child support, is a different system from my understanding. Okay, so for example, if you just going into child support court, my experience is if you're going out of a marriage, you're going through family court. If it's not a marriage involved, you're just going through child support court, pretty much. So those are two different programs. At least in Indiana, it is. So the family court seems to be a little bit more lenient, and they more like they more open to the payment, versus child support. They trying to get as much as possible. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just the way I've seen it. They just trying to get as much as possible. They even got the little tip snitch hotline. The tip hotline where you could tell on your ex like, hey, they making more money, blah blah blah, increase the payment, blah blah blah, give or take. And then you got the family court where you like, hey, this is what I make, and you can actually tell them like, look, I got these bills and this is how much I was paying already, and I got to finish this out. There's no way that I'll be able to make a huge payment, but I definitely could. And they'll work with you more in family court. So let's get that out the way. The next thing is, whatever your payment is, it is a lot harder to get it reduced. But if you take the proper steps, my understanding is, because I know someone that actually went through a situation and they went to court and they got it bought down. So what they did was they said they worked for a friend that actually had his business structured correctly, right? And they got the stubs, they got everything where it wouldn't be so questionable. And then they went to the court and then they, presented to him like, hey, I work for ABC Transportation and here's what they pay me. Like, he wasn't even a truck driver. He just said he cleaned the trucks. So, they actually did call the phone number that was on there, and he had someone to pretend that they was, his supervisor / hiring manager or whatever, and he played it off. Hello, yeah, I do know Derek Wentworth, and yeah, he's been working with us. He's been bought down in overtime, so he's making about $100 per week. Yeah, it's been pretty slow, blah blah blah, this, and it actually worked. And he ended up paying like $150 per month. So to answer your question, will you be able to bring it down? It's a possibility, but you're going to have to take in all the bells and whistles. They going to want to see check stubs. And if you can get through with the check stub thing, you'll be golden. But the one thing is, if they end up smelling anything foul and they start to dig deeper, you can end up with a lot higher payment. Well, if they know you're an owner-operator, they know that you are, if you own your company, if they got that smell or your ex just blurted out like, hey, he owns that company, blah, blah, blah. They're going to be like, what? Let me see your last few years tax return. And if they get hold of that tax return, it's over with, bro. That's the one thing. If you own your truck, you're an owner-operator, you do not want them people getting a hold to your tax return. Because even though we got a lot of stuff that we write off, there's a lot of stuff that we write off that child support will be like, you don't need to write that off. You don't need that. That's flexing. Why he need new tires? Nah, they wouldn't say that. But they would probably take some of your expense, like your per diem. They would say, okay, well, per diem, that's just your food credit. We don't respect per diem. And then they'll write that back in to your gross income. And then at the end of it, they'll calculate everything off their new number. So let's just say after all your deductions and everything that you did on your taxes, you was making $120,000 and you got it all the way down to $22,000, right? And that's what you filed for the year, right? Child support could come in and see that $22,000 and say, well, we're not gonna go by line 8. That's what his net income is. No, we're gonna go through all of his deductions. Okay, he's deducting per diem. We're writing that back in. He's deducting child care credit. Nope, we're not giving him that. We're putting that back in. He's deducting, this credit or that. I'm just hypothetically speaking. I'm not 100% sure of which ones they do, but I'm sure that they will write stuff back in if they deem it necessary. If they get a hold of that tax return, they're going to go through it and they're going to write stuff back in. So it can end up hurting you, but is it worth the risk? You will have to see for yourself. If no one knows that you're an owner operator, and you in a situation where you can go into court with a fresh new business, you got your business number, you got everything separating it from you, you got your phone number separated with the switchboard, like, hello, thank you for calling ABC Transportation. You got all of that, where if they call it, it just won't flag them. And then you switch that number over to somebody like a good friend in trucking or something that'll pick it up and be like, look, and next week I got court. They're going to be giving you a call about me. Make sure you say blah, blah, blah. This is how much you say I get paid, blah, blah, blah. And you get the stubs. The Mac get you some stubs made. And you go do that. You might, man, I'm thinking that you might be able to do that. Even if you got some receipts made where it's got your company logo and it's like something like a little stub, you know what I'm saying, showing that you've been working there for this long, you've been working there for about 6 months of the year. That way they won't be asked for child tax return, anything that you could keep away from that return. Like, I just started, I've been here for 6 months and this is all I've been making. And you show them a legit stub, a legit EIN on the stub, a legit business address, a corporate address, which would be a virtual address. You put a legit virtual address, show them the website, and only thing you got to do is say, hey, this is my, I don't know the number to the job. They got it on the website though, and you got a website made, and they say, all right, well, what's the website? It's abctransportation.com. They go to it, like, okay, this is the number. They call it, hello, yeah, this is Ricky. Do you have Kareem Daly working there? Hello, yeah, Kareem Daly, yeah, he's a pretty good guy. He does work for me. What do you need? Oh, well, basically, we need to know his last, and how much does he make per hour? Oh, well, he makes about $14 an hour, and right now he's part-time because, you know, after Corona, it's been pretty slow. And, you know, you bang, 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 man, I ain't lying, they'll close the books on it. And the amazing part about it is, if you saying that you getting paid pretty much cash, they ain't got no way to track. It's just like a barber. It's just like a barber. He choose what he make, but the only thing is they get them tax returns. But the thing that barbers got on us is the fact that they get paid mostly cash, so they ain't got to claim a lot of stuff. Except now with these cash apps and all that other stuff, they're about to start sending down 1099s or something totally different. But man, good luck with that, bro. That's all I can say. That's all I can give, man. I hope that help you out a lot, bro. You already know this your boy Toon. Don't want to end up in a box. Think outside of it.